I wanted to check out Onew. If you did not check our Shiny Deep Dive, I wanted to check out Onew's newest album. So we'll be watching the MV for Winter, and then we'll be going through the songs for that. But after that, uh, Chaos Stream. I feel like I haven't done one of those in quite a bit. It's been ages since we've done the last one, and then as well as that, it's the first one for 2025. So I feel like we got to start it off because I like in my sick brain, I couldn't remember that I did not post a poll like as Gunky had recommended in the Discord. So here we are. But yeah, I feel like we should do a Chaos Monday. You know, we haven't done one of those in quite a bit. So, but yeah, that's it. So I'm doing Onew and his album, and then we are going to be doing Chaos. I feel we haven't done one of those in quite a bit. So very excited. If you are new and you haven't been a part of a Chaos stream, every time you hang out, you get channel points, and you can use those channel points to redeem. And then I get to see them, and then we watch these videos, and it's a blast. I always have a good time doing Chaos streams. Like I said, haven't done one in quite a minute, so I feel like we gotta do it. So very nice, very nice. Let's get it going. So I have the Onew Winter MV pulled up, and I'm very excited. So let's check out Winter first, and then let's delve into his album, and then that'll give you time to go through and figure out what you want to send to me to listen to. So yeah, cool. It can be stuff that, preferably, if you are going to do something, if you can not do like a title track, or if you do a title track, maybe like a live version, preferably of groups that we've covered. If not, then like a B-side from a group we haven't covered yet is always fair game. If you feel like a funny clip's cool, it's kind of just a free-for-all. Show me what you love to see, and I'll watch it pretty much. So we're going to be going through it. But anyway, let's check out Onew's MV for Winter, and if you have any questions, I'll make sure to try to read chat and see what's up. But let's get into Winter first. We have to do Sejong at some point. I know. I'm sorry, Gunky. Ooh. Okay.
모든 걸 다 제자리에 돌려놓을 수 있을까? 운명의 수사위란 정해진 것 없이 그저 확률인 걸까? 가끔은 견딜 수 없지 가혹한 시간이었지 But we're still young and wild and free
Oh. I'm liking this. This is good. Chorus hits too. Ooh, cool chord phrasing. That vocal transition, super nice. Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's fun.
풍우 속에서 찬란한 태양을 기다려 Stay with me, don't leave. 고개를 들고 하늘에 외쳐 우린 지지 않을 거야 슬픈 것도 시련이 다시 한번 가로막아도 다시 한번 손을 들고 하늘에 외쳐 이 모든 걸 겪어낸 후 쓰러져도 기꺼이 일어나 지고 쓰면 물어볼게 now Who's so in love 내가 아닌 건 누가 Winner 내가 아닌 건 누가 Winner 내가 아닌 건 누가
Those ad libs.
내가 아닌 건 누가
Woo. All right. That was cool. Okay. I'm excited for his album. I'm stoked. I like this. All right, very cool. Well, this was Onew's song "Winter" off of his newest mini album "Connection" that came out. I believe it was on Friday, or no, maybe it was today actually. Man, for those who are unaware, we went through the entirety of the Shiny Soloist on Saturday, and I realized that I am an Onew bias. I don't know who I had chosen prior when we were doing the Shiny deep dive, but Onew is now now surmised the ranks and is probably is not probably is my bias of Shiny, and I love his solo stuff. This MV was shot like really beautifully. But on top of that, man, I thought the musicality of the song was incredible. I know Diz, resident Shiny stan, would be proud of me. I just feel like his voice carries super well in this style. I think he does a great job of that, like kind of like singer songwritery sort of sound. This song just kind of shows off, I think, not only I think the writing skill, just because I felt like the lyrics were really good in the song, but on top of that, I think like his choice of melodies throughout this track was really incredible. Especially that transition from like head voice or chest voice to head voice in that chorus. I think that's incredible. He does a great job of that. And then in like that final chorus, he was doing like some really beautiful like ad libs and overdubs and stuff, like harmonies. That was really incredibly like well arranged for his range, which I had found out on Saturday has quite the large like vocal range. It would have been really nice though, and I don't think take this as a negative really, but I think if anything, maybe more of a like a personal taste. But I would have loved if he did like kind of like a like lower rate, like lower tone when like that it was just like the acoustic guitar and him singing, and then like kind of like rise up the vocal like register into like more of his like chest voice and head voice. I thought that would have been really cool. I do not fault them on not taking that stance because I feel like that would be very difficult as from a vocal perspective. But yeah, I love the chord changes. I felt like the guitar work was really beautiful. As well as that, I think their drummer was like for sure in the pocket as well. But yeah, overall, I thought it was really incredible. I'm excited to check out Connection. I'm curious if Winter will still remain in my top favorites off this mini album, because I know we didn't really delve too much into the B-side stuff for like each Shiny member, but in their solo career, but excited to check it out nonetheless. I feel like it's going to be really incredible. So all right, cool. Well, the next one is Promise You, which is a continuation off of his EP here. So let's check it out. I will watch the live version as well, Dis. Ooh. production on this is cool.
유려히 찬란히 펼쳐질 너만의 인생을 사랑을 담아 언제라도 응원할게 한마디 표현이 서투른 마음을 넘어서 빛나는 미소를 오롯이 지켜줄 테니 꿈이 아닌 현실 나에게 온 널 환영할게 Baby love you 이 세상 끝까지 Promise you
Oh, okay.
약속할게 내 모든 사랑 온몸을 다해 세상 끝까지 Promise you 너에게 약속할게 내 모든 사랑을 언제나 beside you 영원히 baby 수없이 넘어져 무릎이 까져도 뜨거운 상처에 마음이 되어도 망쳐버린 시험에 아이처럼 물어도 외로워도 괴로워도 곁에 있을게 If you're ready love somebody I'll be there right behind
Diz, if you're still here, I need to know your favorites.
마지막 순간까지 너 하나만 바라볼게 너에게 약속할게 내 모든 사랑
Ooh, great melody choice.
세상 끝까지 Promise you 너에게 약속할게 내 모든 사랑을 언제나 beside you 영원히 baby
Oh, that was effortless.
몸을 다해 세상 끝까지
Fair enough.
beside you 영원히 baby
Oh, that was so good. All right, cool. That was Onew's Promise You off his new release Connection, if you haven't checked it out yet. Wow, that was super lush. I really like that a lot. I obviously very heavily influenced by like 80s like synth pop, or like I would argue actually a lot of modern synth pop now has that really kind of cool like synth poppy sort of feel, kind of given a little bit of like maybe like a toned down version of like the Midnight. For those who aren't aware, go check them out, they're incredible. um I thought it was awesome. Onew's voice definitely was very surprising in this sort of capacity. I think he's got this cool kind of like R&B sort of flavoring to his vocals in this song. So again, proven that he can kind of do a bunch of different genres and be a chameleon in that capacity. So really like that a lot. And some of his vocal riffs, man, they were like really effortless. And so I was very impressed by, like, not to say that again he's not a talented vocalist. I mean, absolutely, but I think it's like, as I mentioned on Saturday, like you expect him to do something and then just kind of subverts that expectation by doing a song like this. I think is really incredible. So really love that. But yeah, this one is probably one that I'll be throwing on like one of those like midnight drive, windows down, sort of song. Like if you're cruising in the city at nighttime and listening to this song, ooh, this would be a absolute ripper for that. But on top of that, I just think it's just like an incredible showcase of like what you, I guess, what you wouldn't expect him to do in that capacity. Like if I'm thinking about it in the perspective of like, okay, Winner is the title track, obviously, like I would have probably not have put Promise You doesn't really kind of fit into that concept. And I think a lot of the times, like before getting into K-pop more heavily, I would think, oh man, that just seems so like 180 or out of the park. And I felt like this one, like though it is in that sort of capacity, I'm still like, wow, he just did such a great job to just kind of continue to pique your interest in that way. But then also at the same point, like there's just this familiarity to it. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one a lot. I'm gonna probably be listening to this release a lot from what I could from what I can guess. So very, very excited. Diz says that song takes so many terms, like the way it starts, would never expect it to go where it went. I love how creative he's being. I 1000% agree with that. I think it again has this sort of like incredible movement to the track, and I just think I'm just enamored by like his creative skill. I think it's very I don't know. I think it's very like reaffirming in that capacity where like you're doing something different, and if people appreciate like these songs that are obviously not the title track, I think it shows that like you're given the ability to go in a different direction, and the people that listen to Onew's solo material or any of the Shiny members for that sake, really want you to push your boundaries and like create more. And I feel like I would guess that a lot of the people that love Onew are really just trying to push him to do things that he enjoys writing. It seems like that from the perspective of his musicality, like it's just really out there, and so I really appreciate that a lot. So very cool. Uh, Good second song on this release. So we're gonna move on to Boy next, which I'm excited to check that one out too. So let's give it a listen. Ooh, okay.
한편보다 조금 더 큰 신발 한 단적 뺀 소매와 붉은색의 나비
Given
넥타이
like
위풍당당
Dua Lipa little,
안녕졌어 boy 내가 간다
or like a little Bruno Mars kind of feel about it. Oh,
더 단단하고 튼튼하게 완성 바람 위에 손 올린 채로 날려도
oh, this is fun.
꿈을 꾸지 결코 작은 꿈이 아닌 넌 꿈을 꾸니 아닐 거날 따라올 순 없지 편식은 안 해 난 물론 너이 하나는 뺏고 어른이 되곤 질리도록 난 불량식품을 가득 싸두고는
Oh,
같아 boy 일기 쓰고 잠들어 엉망진창 하루들을 반복하는 긴 꿈을
oh, that was gorgeous.
휘파람을 불며 마주하는 콧노래를 흥얼줬어 like that 비행기 접어 더 단단하고 튼튼하게 완성 바람 위에 손 올린 채로 날려도 난 꿈을 꾸지 결코 작은 꿈이 아닌 넌 꿈을 꾸니 아닐 거날 따라올 순 없지
That slap bass is kicking.
난 꿈을 꾸지 결코 작은 꿈이 아닌 기쁜 난 꿈을 꾸니 아닐 거날 따라올 순 없지
Ooh. All right, very cool. Oh, okay, cool. I paused it. This was Boy, from Onew's newest EP, Connection. If you're hanging out, for a little bit of Chaos Monday. We'll be going through the rest of this release, this album, and then we'll get into your Chaos recommendations. So, um, oh man, this was also really good. And funnily enough, it's another song that's 2 minutes and 40 seconds long, which it's I don't know if he did it on purpose, but it feels a little on purpose. But man, this was super funky. Love the groove of the track. It was kind of given a little bit of it was given a little like Motown, if I'm being honest. Like I definitely like growing up with my uncle who was like really big into like Motown and like that stylization of music, a little funky. It was giving me a little bit of that vibes. Typically, um, there was something specific that the drummer did in this song that is very Motown, and it's the where he basically was just like hitting the snare drum and then it's like a bang bang bang. That's a very like typical like Motown feel. So whoever was doing the drumming for that totally knew what they were doing in that regard, and for sure was staying in the pocket. So I love that. Um, on top of that, I really like the real like modulated like synth work in this song. I thought it was again very again very Motown-ish from that perspective. Um, but man, this was incredible, and his voice was like I appreciate that it was more of a like a melody choice, and not necessarily like him trying to like vocally flex. Obviously, there was definitely some moments where he was able to do it, but like it was really cool to just kind of have it be more of like a musical accompaniment to like a really good like funky pop song. So Cinnamon, yes, I will explain it later. I will circle back to this. So ask me again once we got like three more songs left. So we'll be I'll let you know. Um, but yeah, I thought this was really really cool. I also love there is one particular section of the song as well too, where he was like kind of doing some like voice breaks a little bit, but like they were so like it sounded too perfect. Like not I don't think they're I mean, I would guess there's probably some pitch correction in it, but like the way that he switched from like the falsetto tones to like a head voice, his voice kind of breaks, but like they were able to kind of tool it where it just sounds so clean. And I thought that was really cool. I think it's like I want to say it's like after the bridge, if I'm not mistaken, but it was a really cool section of the song. This one was another groovy one. I think Promise You and Boy back to back are just an incredible duo together. Um, but yeah, I thought this one was another really good one. I so far I'm 3 for 3, which is like at least a pretty big accomplishment for like a release. So I like it. Um, Harmony says, I was seeing go-go boots type vibe for it, so Motown feels right. Hey, yeah, I think we might be on the same page for that for sure, Harmony. Sonja says, neat Motown reference. I would have never thought of the song in that way. More funk, groovy. I agree, Sonja. I like it. It kind of, I feel like it makes sense for Onew just because he's just doing different shit for each song, but it was cool. Um, Diz says, "Yeah, I always love a good stylized voice break moment in any song." Yeah, I think it's very underrated. If I'm being honest, you know, like you don't hear it as much, and I feel like it takes a lot of good technique. So, and I would expect nothing less from Onew. So it works out. But yeah, 3 for 3. I'm loving it so far. So I'm curious to see what the back half of this release is like. Um, this is Gradation, I think. So let's check it out. Ooh.
아름다운 라이트 한데 모여 섞인 듯 날 둘러싼 환상적인 glow
Okay. Okay.
너와 마주한 순간 펼쳐지는 view 설명이 안 돼 그 어떤 말로 어두운 그림자 한가운데 혈빛이 번져 본 적 없는 색으로 어지럽게 해 노란 팔레트 위에서 한 걸음씩 발을 맞춰 어느샌가 짙어진 설렘이 춤을 추는 듯해 Beautiful smile like your smile 스르르는 향하면 전부 너로 채워져 My mind in the moonlight dancing all night 꿈을 꾸는 것처럼
This Onew in his like R&B era. This is sick. Ooh.
넌 두 손을 뻗어 감사한 듯 천천히 하나씩 물들여 전부를 채워
That piano with that like weird reverb. Chef's kiss.
묘한 네 색감이 언제라도 기대고 싶은 내 세상이 돼 내 세상이 돼 난 너의 미소가 건넨 무지개를 넘어 한참 헤맨 발끝에 닿은 원더랜드 너와 함께하는 매 순간에 찬란함이 넘쳐 내 맘 가장 어두운 곳까지 눈부시게 빛내 Beautiful smile like yours my 스르르는 감으면 전부 너로 채워져 my mind in the moonlight dancing all night 꿈을 꾸는 것처럼 밤새도록 달콤해져 more 날 부르는 your lips 따스한 your love 자그만 틈도 없다 스며들어 baby 온기 어린 나의 세계로 더 칠해진 매 순간 황홀해져만 가 beautiful smile like yours smile 짙어져만 가는 love 아낌없이 채워져 my mind in the moonlight dancing all night 꿈을 꾸는 것처럼
Great layering.
더 끝없이 달콤해져 more
All right. Very cool. This was track 4, Gradation from Onew, and his EP Connection. If you're hanging out, thanks for joining. Um, oh man, I want to keep saying these are all so good, but I genuinely am like floored. This is it's so unique. Um, and each song just has its own like attention to detail that I really appreciate. I'm excited to check out the final 2 just because I feel like thus far like he's kind of hit all of my favorite musical genres um, that I like personally. Kind of again, Winner being more that singer songwritery sort of stuff. Promise You being kind of like that synth pop, like midnight esque song. Boy kind of being this like cool, like funky, like Motowny, sort of go-go boots type song, and then Gradation kind of being this like K R&B vibey sort of song. And man, it's so good. Like his voice, as I mentioned before, just has this sort of like chameleon aspect to it, and I feel like this song is probably the one of the better representations of that. um he's got these really like clear, like crisp, um like high like falsetto tones, and I think they're really well noticed in this song. um as well as that, like towards the end of the song, you get these really great like harmonies and ad lib moments, which I think really just add to not only the listening experience, but I also feel like as well just shows off more of his range and the types of skills that he possesses. Um, on top of that, the instrumentation was so much fun. It was almost as if like the drumming was a little bit on the backbeat a little bit, which just in music terms means that like the snare and the hi-hat is a little bit off time. And it just kind of allows you to kind of get into this like head bobbing sort of groove, and I think it just works out super super well. um as well as that, like the combination of like the piano has this really interesting like reverby, like reverse reverb sort of sound to it, which I really like. And then complemented with these really great like organ sounds. I thought that was really again bringing home that whole like KR&B vibe, as well too, and just the culmination of those sorts of elements was just super nice. Definitely another groovy R&B sort of song. Um, Another fantastic one. I think this one is this is gonna be fun. So, Connie, thanks for hanging out. Happy New Year's, everyone. I just came back from my vacations. I hope you had a nice vacation, Connie. Thanks for hanging out. Um, Harmony says, this feels very silky. Jazz says, I think this may be my fave so far. Hey, no diss. That's a great one. And Biscuit says, this is great so far. And then Gunky says, they're all just that good. I think I care to agree. We're on the same page tonight. So, all right. We'll keep it moving here. We have track 5 next, which is Conversations. So let's give it a listen. Ooh. Okay. I retract my Dua Lipa statement from Promise You. It goes to the song now. Ooh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is catchy as fuck. Oh, we get a little rapper Onew? Let's go. Oh. That like 808 pre-chorus. What? Oh, this is so cool. Yo. Oh, so good. Stuck the landing. Let's go. Oh, I can't. That was so good. All right. This was Onew's conversation from his new EP Connection if you're hanging out. Very nice. Thanks for hanging. Um oh my god, this was so good. I did not think it was going to get better. But my god, this is 1,000%. Unless Yay blows my mind, I think Conversation is my favorite song off this release for sure. 100%. Hizzle, thanks for hanging out. Yes, we are doing Chaos tonight. I am listening to Onew's newest EP Connection because we went through and done the full Shiny Soloist on Saturday. So finishing that out tonight, which is great. Not for good. We'll probably do B-sides and all that sort of stuff. So I know I gave Diz a slight heart attack, but we will be doing more hopefully in the future. But this was incredible. I honestly, this is like an 11 out of 10. I have no notes to give. I genuinely like it had so much like fun elements in it. I'm just floored. I think this was so good. It like the only caveat that I think I would have about this song is that I genuinely wish it was longer. Like it feels so like it's 3 minutes long, but it feels so fucking short. I just don't like it feels short. That's probably my only probably my only gripe about it is that it does not feel like 3 minutes and that 3 minutes comes by too quickly. That is like only thing I'll say. I have not listened to Omew yet, so we could definitely be getting into it. I also wanted to vibe longer. I felt like I saw the like time bar on Spotify like start to shorten. And I was like, please give me more. So yeah, I feel like that would oh my god, this was again 11 out of 10, no notes. I don't know what people say now, but I think it's if Onew ate, I feel like he ate. I'm not trying to fit in. I'm just saying I feel like he went through the full course meal here. Diz says they're releasing 2 more live performance videos. I'm praying Conversation is one because I need a live of that rap in my life ASAP. Yeah, his rap was so good. Like, so good. Unexpected. Flow is crazy. Oh, man. Yeah. How many letters in lychee? Oh, so good. All right. We're going to get into the final one of Onew's EP Connection. I Man, I don't know if we listened. Did we listen to this one, Diz? I don't think we did. Unless I am fooling myself and I have listened to this already. But all right, cool. Well, let's get into it anyway. Let's get into Yay. Um, we did. I thought it was the. Oh man, this is a perfect release. I loved Yay too. Shit. Pre-chorus hits in this song. So good. Oh, so good. That pre-chorus gets me every time, but it's so much fun. Oh. Oh, I had no idea. They pitched his vocals down in this section and gave him a little bit of vocoder. Oh my god, I just realized that they filtered his voice and they matched it up with the bass tone. That's crazy. That is such a cool production. Like, oh, that's awesome. All right, cool. That was Yay from Onew's EP Connection that came out on January 6th. So today, technically. Man, I genuinely love this one too. This is so tough. I don't know if I could pick a favorite because I really enjoyed a lot of them. Funnily enough, I actually feel like Winner. Ooh, I don't know actually. I want to say Winners, and this is not a disrespect to Winner at all, but I actually feel like that one is my least favorite. Not because I don't think that the song is good. I absolutely love Winner, but like if I really had to like choose favorites, Conversation is 100% my number one. I feel like that is for sure the one for me. Um, oh man, I feel like Yay is probably a very close second. I just love that drum beat, that really like dry, like really unadulterated, unadulterated sound. I just think it really works. But um, I feel like I agree with Diz. I might have to listen. I might have to listen to the live version. Um, that would be really cool. We'll have to check it out. Feel free to recommend it, Diz. We'll listen to it on the chaos. It mere moments. Sunjin says, I'm between Conversation and Boy for my favorite. Both are so good. Great choices. Kaylee says, I like Conversation. I agree. Biscuit says, this was a really good album. Um, and then Sarah says, Onew continues to blow me away every time. This album was so good. I agree. This will probably remain in my ranks for next year or for this upcoming albums of the year. I feel like this one will stand the test of time for me. Even though it came out in January, I feel like this will be my end mix album. I feel like it will still remain high up there for the rest of this year. Wouldn't be surprised. Next year, this year for sure. Jazz says Graduation is still top for me, but Conversation is up there as well. Graduation, or sorry, I read it as Graduation. It's Gradation. Excuse me. Um, yeah, Gradation was great as well too. I don't know, they're all really good. Honestly, if you could pick anyone, I think you'd be rocking. But it just says I'm forever rapper Onew number one fangirl, but generally zero skips. There's not so much of a gap between any of the songs. Yeah, I genuinely you could probably ask me tomorrow which is my favorite off this EP, and I'd probably switch my answer honestly because they're all incredible. So, Kaylee says, it's good when it's last last to the here. That's true. That's true. I think this will remain on my albums of this year. I'll even put it in video. This will remain on my list for 2025. I think so. Harmony says I think Conversation is my pick for my favorite. Hey, great choice. Great choice.